Hey gang, JB Coins back with another video. This is the dime video of the first batch of change or dimes that I was able to get where I eat lunch every day. As I explained in one of the other videos, but I'll go over it real quick because you might not have seen it. These three dimes they gave me in my change, and I noticed that they were 2015 Ps, and I knew that those had potential errors. And so I went back to the cashiers and said, any chance that you have any of these rolls of shiny dimes that I could buy from you? And they dug through their cash registers, let me dig through the cash registers, and actually came up with 6 rolls of dimes. So we're going to dive into these. If you saw our last video, you know that we have already found a 2015 double die. So we're really looking forward to this. But this is going to be a long haul for us to go through all these dimes under the microscope and see what, if any, we find, and then kind of get back to you. It's a little different way of doing it than we've done on our other videos. We haven't really figured out a way yet to do this and do it under the microscope and have it be interesting, since there's no sound yet, but we're working on it. So bear with us and we'll see you soon. Okay, YouTubers, JB Coins here. What you see in front of you is the point that I decided to kind of stop for now. At least stop and make a video to this point, because spent several hours getting to this point. What you see in front of you is a result of going through 3 rolls of the 2015 P dimes that we scored, and the errors and varieties from those first 3 rolls. What I'm going to do here, I have one coin that I picked out that is, it has no errors. It's a 2015 P BU pristine coin with a really crisp mint mark and date, so that you can see what it's supposed to look like. Okay, what the intended image when the mint created these was supposed to be. Now, things that are different about doing this, particularly with the microscope, which we're going to do a video for you too to explain the microscope, because we got a lot of comments about that. What I realized was what I was throwing into the discard pile was perfect BU 2015 P uncirculated dimes straight out of the bankrolls, and showed them to camera girl, and she said, "That's crazy. Normally we would keep those." So that's already one thing. The microscope has changed the way we do this. So what we decided was, between us, was we're going to keep one roll, 50 dimes that are 2015 BU uncirculated from bankroll. We're going to set that aside. Okay, you know, who knows, down the road they might be worth something. Doesn't matter. It's, you know, it's $5. Got 5 more rolls of these to go through. Like I said, what you see in front of you is all of yesterday afternoon and several hours today under the microscope, going through these by hand, writing down what the individual errors are on each coin. And that's 3. There's 5 left. I need to take a break, frankly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you, I can't possibly shoot a video with every one of these, you know, different varieties. But what you'll see, for example, this one here, this is one that I'll probably shoot for you. There's 4 coins so far that all exhibit exactly the same error, or exactly the same image, variety, whatever you want to call it. Some folks are getting a little picky about it. This one so far I found 3. Several of them you can see I found 2. Now some of these when I started out, I was writing them down, and some of these probably would lump together. But in the sum of these, if I show you 4 or 5 of these, especially something like that, you know, and maybe even the one below it, you'll see the difference, the different degree of error, to where you go from a very decent coin with a very basic error to just, you know, a whole pile of errors on one coin. Die cracks all over the place, cuds all over the place. You know, whether or not we're using the proper terminology for all of what's going on some of these coins, I'm not entirely sure myself. So, but I want you to see what you're looking for. The other thing that I noticed, and I started to write down on this first sheet, was, you see it in the lower left-hand corner here, the first roll yielded 24 error coins out of 50 coins. And a couple of them had nothing wrong with them but a cut on the bottom of the torch that I threw back into the jettison pile. So 50% out of the first roll. Second roll, I started getting a little more selective. If all they had was a cut on the bottom of the torch, a lot of them I threw back in there. 17 out of the second roll. Out of the total that you see here, there's 49 coins, which is just shy of one roll out of the 3 rolls. So it's about a 33% yield overall so far. And like I said, I've got 5 more rolls to go through, but I think I'm just going to set them aside for now. I got a lot of other coins, a lot of other years, a lot of other things that you guys want to see in a timely fashion. If I spend the next 3 days just doing nothing but this year and basically coming up with more of the same, that doesn't do you guys any good, and it just makes me a vegetable. So I'm going to take some pictures and put some of these up for you, along with descriptions, and we'll go from there. Okay guys, here we go. This is going to be your control. This is a BU 2015P, no errors, mint mark is exactly as it should be, and you'll see that under the microscope. And then we're going to narrate each coin in advance of showing you the coin, rather than try and fit all the data on there. Okay, let's try it that way. Okay, here's the first error coin. As you can see, it says die crack and cud, double die on mint mark, obverse on nose. So he's got a die crack and cut on the nose plus the double die. Huge vertical crack on the reverse on the torch. It's a little hard to photograph that because it runs across the base and runs up the shaft. But if you look for it as I move the coins around, you should be able to see these things, okay? And sorry for the shaky hands. Next one. Okay, very weak strike on the obverse, double die on the mint mark and the date. If you notice the letters P and the number 2, you'll see the doubling on those. You'll also notice that the letters around the coin, you can even see it in this picture on the left-hand side of the coin, are very faint. On the reverse side, there are cracks and cuds on the left branch, also on the torch, and the letters are smeared or weak on the back as well. So watch for those. Okay, here's number 3. On the obverse side, weak strike, double die mint mark, die crack on his nostril of his nose, his ear, actually goes around his ear, and his head. On the reverse side, weak strike as well, crack up the base of the torch, and the letters are smeared. You start to see kind of a pattern here of where and what the errors are. Okay. Okay guys, last one. As you can see, we've got multiples of these. I actually got 4, but I had to move them out of the way so you could see what I wrote. Obverse, weak strike, double die mint mark. Sorry, I'm gonna try and get a better grip here. There we go. Cracks and cuds on the nose, eyebrow, center of his head, and a large crack from there north toward the rim. Reverse has also a weak strike. It has cracks and cuds on both of the oak leaves and the base of the torch. So again, you can see there's kind of a pattern of where the errors are. If I scan across here, you can see very weak strike, double die mint mark, number 1 is gone, crack on nostril, letters are smeared. This one here, crack on nose, head, ear, both branches and torch. Here's a couple that are actually not too bad. Obverse, the wear, weak strike and double die mint mark, but nothing else. And then a very nice BU, full split bands on the back with a cut on the torch with a crack up the handle of the torch. So you can see that the errors are pretty common. They tend to be in the same places. So, you know, these are not, you know, are they designated officially as a double die mint mark? I've had a viewer question whether or not that was a double die or air bubbles. You know, air bubbles in 1 or 2 coins maybe, but we've got 49 coins here and I've got 6 or 7 rolls to go. Not all of them have an issue with the mint mark. A lot of them have the letters that are smeared to the point, in some cases, on one, "In God We Trust" is almost unreadable. In some cases, just 1 or 2 letters are missing. And another, the first initial J of the designer at the bottom of his neckline is pretty much obliterated. So lots of errors to be found, and that might be also why we're getting some negative feedback, is that we're letting you know that there's lots of these out there and lots to be had. And obviously there's a lot of 2015s still in circulation, and if you get lucky, and like we did, and score what are mostly uncirculated 2015s, you can accumulate these yourself without going out and buying them. If you can't, you can get these for fairly reasonable money, you know, $5, $10, $15 for most of these. There are some that are worth more, but you know, not bad. So hope this gives you guys an idea of what we're finding in these rolls, what to look for. You know, like I say, right now I'm just going to kind of take a break from doing these. I've looked at quite a few of these in the last day or two, and my eyes, frankly, are tired. So we'll switch to another video, another topic in the next video, and you know, we'll go back through the other dimes at another time. Whether we shoot a video on them, it kind of depends on whether we find anything different from this. If not, please continue to like, share, subscribe, make comments, preferably positive ones. If not, at least make them polite. And till next time, JB Coins signing out.